It's sad, or it's interesting in a way that when we look at the time of Bibi Fatima, at that time and today's time, there are a lot of similarities. The government is corrupt, there is fitna all around, there are people who are being respected because of wealth, good people are staying quiet because they are worried that their respect will be taken away by people who are not good but have respect in the society. All of these things combined remind us of a time of all the ayats of return of Imam. But we haven't seen the return of Imam. It's interesting that these same situations, in one way or another, these circumstances have been the same over past century or over past centuries. There was Hitler, there was others before that, but no return of Imam. So there must be something that we as Shias are doing wrong. There must be something that is missing. One aspect is that we are probably waiting for even bad days. The other thing is, do we have the marifat? Do we have the marifat that is required for the Imam to come back? Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. There is a narration in Bahar al-Anwar that an Irani came to Imam Jafar Sadiq and said, "You have a lot of followers in Iran. Why don't you stand up and get your rightful place?" Imam said, "There's a stove over there. Why don't you go and sit in that stove?" And he said, "Imam, I came here to offer my blood. Why are you taking my life?" So they started talking again. After some time, another Sahabi came, and Imam said, "Leave your stuff and just sit in the stove." And he left his robe and went inside in the stove. After some time, the face of the person who initially Imam was talking to, he started turning. Imam was like, "Are you worried about the person who's in the stove? What's happening to him? Go and look in what situation he is." He goes, and the person was sitting without any burns or anything. So both of them come back, and Imam says, "If I have a handful of Sahabis like this, I will stand up." But this is not the case. If that was not the case at the time of present Imam, is that the case right now? We know the population is more, but do we have the marifat? Marifat of Allah, marifat of Ahl Bayt. So the point that I want to talk about in today's speech is regarding marifat. Obviously, there have been lots of books written about marifat. There have been a lot of literature, like a lot of scholars have talked about marifat. But I want to talk about marifat from a different angle. Just broach the subject, but from a philosophical, scientific, and religious aspect. And then relate this to Ahl Bayt with the concept of time. And then we'll talk about how we can implement or how marifat can improve our daily lives. First of all, entire Quran Majid is relative. Allah Ta'ala has completely enclosed the entire knowledge in this book, but in simplest terms, that He says, praises to God who has made Quran Majid simpler. What kind of knowledgeable being is He who praises Himself for making things simpler? And based on that, He says, I am talking. So in Surah Qamar, Allah Ta'ala says, moon has been split, the Qiyamah is near. It has been 1400 years and the near is still not yet arrived. So when near is at least 1400 years away, then how much is far, everlasting in terms of Allah's vocabulary? In Surah Waqia, Allah Ta'ala uses the qasam of stars. And he says, if you understand, this is a huge, amazing qasam that he is taking. I'll use stars as an example of marifat and use scientific understanding from one of a documentary from BBC to make some things relative and make it more understandable. So if you think about sun, our closest star, the light that sun shines reaches us after 8 minutes. So if the sun is to go dark, we won't see the light for 8 minutes. That is at the speed of light. The fastest rocket that we have today, it will take 160 days to reach the sun if we have enough fuel to have it go up non-stop. The point is, the sun is 8 minutes of light time away. The start of the universe is 14 billion light years away. If you are to convert the start of the universe on a calendar scale, January 1st being the Big Bang, when we are saying that this universe started, then today, this time that we're sitting over here is December 31st, 12:59, 60 seconds. The start of our solar system happened on September 2nd. Before that, there was nothing. The start of life on earth started on December 1st. Prophet Hazrat Adam came into this world 15 seconds before midnight. So essentially, all of our technological advancements, all of this religious enhancements, everything has happened in the last 15 seconds of this universe's cosmic life. If you think of that, and now you think Allah says 7 days He created heavens, He has created 7 heavens, what is meant by that? That kind of gives us a perspective of who we are in terms of relativity, in terms of the entire universe, and who Allah Ta'ala is. Now, we talked about science. An interesting part is, when we talked about the speed of light, the speed of sound is even slower. Everyone knows that. Now, there's one household where people are inside a cloak. Hadith Kisa, the events are playing out. While they're inside the cloak, events in the heavens are happening. So this is earth. These are heavens, and probably at the Arsh, 7th heaven or somewhere, I don't know what 7 means, it means billions of heavens, who knows, but this is the house which what is happening in the earth is happening at the same time, is repeated at the same time in heavens. This is the house, this is the household which Allah respects so much that Jibreel, all the angels are coming in real time, and these household, these members see them. All of us, when we die, our parda, our veil will go away. We will see a lot of different things. But what's the point? At that point, Allah Ta'ala says, even if a kafir sees things, he won't be able to get any benefit because it's too late. This marifat has to happen in this world before death. If it happens after that, there's no point. Because everyone is gonna know what is the reality. So, based on this analysis, I would like to just highlight few things in terms of our daily life, how we can use these concepts. First of all, the concept of time. If we don't use our time today and we miss this time, we'll all be regretting what happened. One of the examples that someone told me was, we go to exam or we go for a meeting and we don't pray or intentionally forget or intentionally don't pray that we're getting late. We forget that someone else is doing things for us. So that is the time concept. What if we use this marifat? How can it help our life? It can help us, it will make us stronger, It will enable us to stand in front of tyrants. It will enable us to fight for our rights. What Bibi Fatima did in the Khilafat Darbar of Abu Bakr. It will help us to stand, to do new initiatives, to not be afraid of losing our jobs. Or what if we don't get a job? If we have this marifat, we have so much power that we can go and do whatever we want with the belief that we will get sustenance no matter what. If we have this marifat, we can be better prepared for the Imam of our time. Because at that time, there will be differences. There will be a lot of differences. On one side, there will be a lot of machinery, high tech and everything. But if we don't have that, and Imam says, who's here to help me? People might be like, oh, we don't have power right now. But that's about marifat. Things might change, but at least we should be prepared. Now the last question would be, how do we get marifat? So I'm not here to explain that because obviously that's a huge topic. And Dr. Hatem has been talking about marifat in the Jummah khutbahs. He had like some really nice sermons which he talked about like the different aspects of marifat and how do you get knowledgeable and hikmat. So those are the things that Quran talks about, and obviously I'll keep my speech short. But in the end, I'll just end by saying one paragraph from Najul Balagha, which Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
He read that when he buried Zainabia Fatima. Your trust, he's saying to Holy Prophet, your trust, your daughter, which was entrusted to me, is taken back from me. Sorrow now abides with me, and happiness has taken leave. This grief is so overbearing that it engulfs and swallows other sorrows, and it has left me with sleepless nights and joyless days. For now onwards, my life will be continued heartache until God gathers me with you both in the realm of His favor and peace. Thank you very much. May Allah Ta'ala bless everyone and bring the prayers of everyone true. Thank you.